And know the place for the first time, through the unknown, unremembered gate. Ah, a mayfly, and one who seems to be brimming with potential. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Do you know about a deviation affecting this area?
You've come to the right man. I am Samuel Lowe, a humble scholar specializing in the fascinating phenomena we call deviations. And as for you, you seek keys with which to unlock the Dark Tower, don't you? But I'd be wary of what else you might open up.
Do you always speak in riddles like this?
I was merely setting the mood. The world still deserves something poetic. Don't you think? Now, you're interested in the deviation inside that monolith, aren't you? But the tower is locked up tight.
Rift anchors. Those things are made by Rosetta, aren't they? Activating them should give us access to the rift space inside the monolith.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do, Mayfly. I'm sure it will be a remarkable story to share. By the way, I wouldn't mind adding another deviation to my collection. Those who dream by day are cognizant of many things which escape those who dream only by night. Very good. I'm an admirer of his. My name is Samuel Lowe. It has the appearance of a small metal toy. It is not dangerous, so they say, but it can't be left alone. I think it is a good place to start. My sources tell me it is hidden somewhere in Throuville. Not too far away, but do not delay. There are others in search of such treasures. This little guy seems to be fascinated by metals and ores. If you have some copper ore or ingots on you, you should be able to make nice with him.
Hungry, you feed. Ore. Want more ore?
Lowe wasn't kidding. This thing gives me the creeps. He may be small, but his appetite isn't, that's for sure. Let's take it back and see what Lowe thinks. Hopefully, this was worth the effort.
Fabulous work, I have to say. Let me take a look. Ah, yes. Do you realize how special this little guy is? That would be nice, but no. It can help you mine, though. As long as it's fed, it will be your best friend. Take the deviation for yourself, and remember to keep it in your territory. Why not? You see, I have no one but myself to look after. But you have a territory and containment facilities to worry about. Call it a gesture of goodwill, and I am more than happy to leave the deviation with you. My interest lies in the deviations themselves, not in the value they can provide me. Knowledge is all I crave. Yes, and this deviation is quite unique. It comes from a faraway place. The deviation itself has been around a long time. Rest assured, though, it does not have any malice towards humans. but it is not entirely harmless. As far as I can tell, and as strange as it sounds, this one is addicted to hygiene and cleaning, and becomes irritable when someone gets in the way of its work. I suggest you prepare some food and water before you go. Although the deviation is not human, it has a human nature. If you can simply express friendliness, it will be more likely to cooperate.
Clean, 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 and organize and polish.
You know, you could learn a thing or two from this thing. This deviation might prove very useful, wherever it came from.
Bravo! The mayfly that brought down the fearsome, ravenous hunter. Hard to imagine such a little bit of gel transforming into such a monstrous creature, isn't it? Yet the most unbelievable part is that it managed to cause such chaos across the wetlands, simply by spreading its memetics. Just to make sure, you didn't destroy it, did you? Fantastic. You've more than proven yourself. I'm very impressed. It's a shame that most people in this world don't appreciate the beauty of these fascinating entities. But clearly you are different. You already have a natural touch with deviations. I dare say you could even become an expert. I'd be glad to share my knowledge of deviations with you. In return, capture as many of them as you can for me. I simply pay attention and use my imagination. And you know, I think the deviations respect that. To quote a favorite poem of mine, I know that I exist because you imagine me. Yes, the place is not much to look at and is polluted with stardust. But where better to find a hidden treasure? From what people say, there are strange occurrences in the area. The work of a deviation. Nobody has been able to get a good look at it, though. The entire mudflats are shrouded in thick fog. But there are reports of a strange sound emanating from the impenetrable wall of mist. Some believe a monster lies within. Unfortunately, that's all I can tell you. Finding the real truth is up to you now. I have plenty of confidence in you. Just be careful.
is that thing? I've never seen a deviant with such a big head before. Damn, this fog is thick. Make sure it doesn't spot you. We need to try and dispel this fog somehow. Maybe we can find a way by searching the buildings around here. A bit of a surprise. It's wild how the fog made it look 100 times larger than it actually was. Hopefully Lo knows what use this deviation can be put to.
And in the cold light of day, not much of a monster. It obviously reacts to the fog, ballooning in size. What do you want to do with it? Well, we can't just release it back into the wild now, can we? It must be contained. I'm sure you have a securement unit you can use to store this deviation. Just make sure not to let it fill your home up with fog. And if my suspicions are correct, this is actually quite a valuable find. I think it will be a boost to your combat power, if used properly. Don't worry. I'll help you find a way to control this little guy. Maybe it could become the guardian of your territory. I admit it does sound strange, but that is all the more reason to investigate. In Sunbury, to the west of here, people have apparently seen flames erupting inside a fast food restaurant. Within the flames, it is said, the shadow of a dragon appears. I am convinced a deviation is at work. I don't have any more information than that, but that seems like more than enough to go on. My guess is there is no serious danger. As long as you are careful, you should not have any problems staying alive. As for where exactly you will find it, I am not sure of its culinary preferences. You'll have to look around. Excellent question. Perhaps it is waiting to be fed, or to feast. So maybe make sure to bring something to feed it in case you want to make a quick escape.
Dude, it won't be happy no matter what.
This is pathetic. Not good enough. It's better, but still not good enough. Finally! Food worthy of praise.
Have you eaten and drunk enough, little one? Come on, we're gonna take you somewhere nice. This thing is gonna be locked up in our territory. We need to invest in some extra fire extinguishers.
Ah, fascinating little thing, isn't it? Not too menacing, as long as you know how to take care of it. You must have created quite the meal for it. Once again, I am impressed. It seems no deviation is too much of a challenge for you. As you may have guessed, your payment is the dragon itself. A marvelous deviation you are free to contain in your territory. I'm sure it will benefit you greatly. I will throw in some additional compensation to cover your containment obligations. We are partners, after all. And I do like to know these deviations are being well cared for. Have you heard of a shop called Riverside Souvenirs to the north of here? There have been a series of disappearances there recently. No one knows exactly why so many people have disappeared in the vicinity of this old shop. But my guess would be that there's a powerful deviation involved. Yes, but let me remind you, this is quite serious. According to some survivors who made it to Greywater, there was an inexplicably large number of stuffed alpacas at Riverside Souvenirs. I know that sounds ridiculous, but my intuition is telling me that these stuffed alpacas must be the result of a deviation. When you go investigate, don't be fooled by how silly they may look. All I can do is wish you luck. You're quite a valuable partner. I'd hate to lose you in some strange alpaca realm.
There are a ton of stuffed alpacas. We just need to find the deviation. There must be something hidden among these alpacas. If we can only find it. Hey, that gingerbread house. That must be the deviation. Quick, contain it! Get it quickly! What's going on? Why are we being surrounded by more and more alpacas? No, hold on. These are all illusions. I think I've got it. Only the gingerbread house is real. Finally! I'm tired of this gingerbread house and its stupid alpacas. Now,
So this is the object that created all those stuffed alpacas at Riverside Souvenirs. Who knew that a gingerbread house would have such a fondness for them? Now we just need to find the right home for this house. You know, I think a securement unit in your territory would be the perfect place for it. There is a slight risk, but it's not too high. Although this deviation did cause some disappearances, it only did so when it was all alone out in the wilderness. Once it's held inside a securement unit, I'm sure you won't have to worry about that. And even if it does fill your house with stuffed alpacas, you'll be able to handle that, right? Here, take this as your reward for containing it. I feel much safer knowing that this deviation rests in your hands. A deviation? What else? In this case, a truly terrifying one. I swear, I've never faced such a difficult challenge as this in my whole career. This deviation goes far beyond what most are capable of, with horrifying effects. Before you came here, I hired some mercenaries to go to Evergreen Vineyard, where this deviation was rumored to be. I was hoping they could bring it back for me. They never returned, so I don't know what kind of terrible end they met. I must admit, you're really the only reliable help I've found in these parts. It's a miracle you showed up when you did, but now that you're here, I'm counting on you. I'm by no means a superstitious person, but what happens at Evergreen Vineyard is just too strange. People say that the scarecrows there come to life. They chase down passersby and drag them into pockets of rift space. And believe me, these aren't just idle rumors. There are plenty of victims. Please make sure you're well prepared when you go take on this deviation. Although I don't know what this deviation is, it must be contained as soon as possible.
Someone getting tired of living?
what was that sound? Did you call my name? Is it just me, or did you see a little girl around the corner there? Run! Something's coming after us! Do you know where we are now? Keep running. Don't let that thing catch us. Don't confront it head on. Stay away from it. Then look for opportunities to fight back. Don't stop! Keep going! I know you're the one who did all the running, but I feel like I'm out of breath myself.
I'm glad you escaped unscathed. And not only that, you managed to contain it. I don't even know how to express my gratitude. Did you discover any clues as to how this terrible deviation came to be? In my experience, every deviation seems to have its own unique past, especially the ones with powerful effects. Oh? Let me take a look. Yes, I see. It seems to be more or less as I expected, then. When a living body comes into contact with stardust, there is an almost 100% chance it will be affected. By contrast, the likelihood of an item being affected is quite small, but if it does occur, it will carry enormous amounts of energy and have quite unusual effects. This toy and its former owner were both affected by stardust. The owner's strong sense of survival was connected to the object, and after a very low probability, high-intensity transformation, a deviation was formed. That I don't know. So much about stardust and deviations remains a mystery. But I will say this. Although you speak of evil acts, you can't judge deviations on moral terms. Deviations like these have no sense of good or evil. They simply are. Luckily, you took care of it. I have to admit that keeping this deviation in a securement unit in your territory will carry some risks. Since my own facilities remain under construction, I'll entrust you with holding on to this one. I'm sure you can handle it. I have your reward as well.